Moments with God, a time of reflection for every day.
February 20th. A dangerous city, Pergamum. And to the angel of the church in Pergamos write, These things saith he which hath the sharp sword with two edges. I know thy works, and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is, and thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith. Even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. Revelation 12:13.
When a loved one leaves our lives, or when we say goodbye to a friend at a funeral, is it truly a separation forever? When a person passes away, whether from illness, an accident, an attack, or simply because old age has arrived, is that really the end of it all? Actually, the Bible calls this the first death. Therefore, if there is a first death, it means there is a second one as well. The first death has a solution, but the second does not. Good or bad, we can all go through the first death, but only the wicked will be in the second. To put it in context, if a person was faithful to the Lord and served Him during their life, this person will be resurrected on the day of the Lord's return. However, if they were wicked and rejected every opportunity for salvation, they will not be resurrected at the second coming of Christ, but on the day of final judgment.
Being a Christian in Pergamum was a challenge to one's faith and an exposure to death. But more dangerous than death was the seduction of pagans to renounce their faith in exchange for comfort and a better life. A Christian had to live with this choice, to die for their faith or to reap many benefits if they acknowledged the Roman emperor as their god.
No physical pain and no present loss can compare to the pain of the second death. There, the Lord will be on His white throne, and the redeemed and saved saints will be with Him. While the lost will see that they were lost through their own choices and decisions, and will have to stand before God's retributive judgment. This is in the second resurrection mentioned in the Bible, 1,000 years after Christ's second coming to earth. There, the earth will burn like a ball of fire. It is the infernal lake of flames, where the wicked, the lost, those who squandered the opportunity for salvation, must burn. There, Satan himself will be extinguished, and each one will pay for their sins. No human language can describe that eternal separation from God.
Vain were Satan's efforts to destroy Christ's church through violence. The great struggle in which Jesus' disciples gave their lives did not cease when these faithful standard-bearers fell in their place. They triumphed through their defeat. God's servants were sacrificed, but their work always went on.
Therefore, Christ's message to His church is, do not fear if you have to die for your faith, for He can raise you up. Moreover, if you die for Jesus, you will never participate in the second death, because that is a condemnation without solution. We are saved from the second death because we have accepted the faith of Jesus, and because in our lives we have decided to follow Him to the end. Amen.
Thank you for listening to this audio. We invite you to share with your contacts and visit the website BibleWell.com.